Hey everyone, it's Noi coming to you from Rangiora in the South Island in New Zealand on Sunday night here. I am going to just hang on and see who is coming on board. Today I've got like a special one for you, and I'm going to be talking about the 5 lessons that every entrepreneur learns. The 5 lessons that every entrepreneur learns in business too late. Hey Sadiq, thanks for popping by. Um, Guys, tell me where you are listening from, and yeah, thanks for getting on board here. It's getting chilly here. It's winter my time. Some of you are in the southern hemisphere as well, but yeah, all those of you that are in the United States or are in Europe, thank you very much for tuning in. So like I said, today I want to speak about the 5 lessons the 5 lessons that every entrepreneur learns in business too late. Hey Christian, all good man? How is it going? Hey Mark, hey Jules. All right, I've got people from all the possible continent. Yeah, all right, awesome. So I need to switch my comments there from other apps. So right, there are more than 5 mistakes or lessons that entrepreneurs learn typically in business too late. But I'll just give you, let's just try to summarize them to just 5. And guys, let me know in the comments if you have any questions, if you have any sort of feedback, if you want to add anything. Yeah, hi Lisa, hi South Australia, awesome. Yeah. Hope you all guys everywhere, wherever you are all safe. So the first one, a problem that a lot of people have is that they are not focusing on the value that they are giving other people. They are just focusing on getting a sale or try to get a sale. And when one is focusing on just trying to get a sale or like sort of like force a sale, then that's what it becomes. It becomes forceful, it becomes like, like hard, it becomes like intolerable, like even you will not enjoy that. Whereas if you are concentrating on the value and you ask yourself, what is that I can provide the marketplace first? Who are the people I want to actually work with? What can I give them? Like, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. It doesn't have to be something groundbreaking that you are coming up with and nobody ever done before. It could just simply be like your passion and the thing you care about the most and your big why. Like, what is that you want to give other people? Hey Sadiq, hey Robin. So yeah, like lead with the value that you are giving people. Yeah, always. Like that's the first lesson. And so many of us, and I think we've all been there, especially those people that just starting, and we all so keen and like, yeah, I'm ready to go, get some numbers on board, but it's about people, and when you are providing value first, then the sales will come. Now, then I made a few notes, so I don't forget anything. Then the second one is not being consistent. This is a big one because we've all been there, I'm sure. Like, you wake up like on a Monday morning, whether you have a job or whether you do your business full time, whether you have children or whether you live by yourself, and all that. And we are kind of like asking ourselves the question, like, do I have to do that? Like, again, first of all, if you find yourself having to ask that question, like, then it means that your why is not big enough to, get you going, right? Yeah. Yeah, cheers, buddy. Cheers, Christian. Yeah, if you ask yourself that question, like, that could mean that your why is not big enough because you need a really big enough why to keep you in the game. Otherwise, you'll all your efforts and everything you're doing are not going to be as fruitful. I like speaking with my hands. You get used to that. Yeah, and you're just going to be a drag. It's just going to be difficult. It's just going to be a struggle. You are going to have more doubts because, let's face it, we will all have doubts. Like, and they all come out, and that depending on the momentum we are building. But if you don't actually have like a big why, like something that like gets you up in the morning, something that gets you to, gets you excited about what you're doing, even if it's 1 hour a day, even if your day is really busy, then like it will dramatically reduce your chance to succeed. You got to like spark that passion in you, and like what is like the big why that will drive you when things are getting like really tough. And that big why is also what will keep you consistent in the game, because so many people just show up on a Monday and then disappear until the Thursday or the weekend, and they are not remaining consistent in between. They are not doing whatever it takes for them to get momentum and increase their chance to success in the business. And then what happens, a lot of those people end up like, I've had like people asking me, they've been in this opportunity and that, and they show up on a Monday and then they show up like 2 weeks after, and then they're wondering why they don't get that result. Like, because you are not going to get that result unless you actually find the big why and actually get your ass to do whatever it takes and make that happen. As hard as it sounds for some people, that's just like the way it is, right, in life and in business. Now, hey Drew, hey Cow, thank you guys for tuning in. Wow, I've got people from all over the world, right? The other thing is, the third one, trying to do everything by themselves. Like, we all been there, we done that, we are so keen, we go and buy this program, this info product, we are teaming up with someone that will show us, but in fact, we are in fact, we are trying to work it out all ourselves. We like trying to do all the tech ourselves. We are trying to figure out all the systems by ourselves. And I've seen it all. People are just not like, what happens is, when it's kind of like a combination of everything. People disappear for a long time, so they are then not being persistent. They are, in their mind, they think like, oh, I've got to get that sale, I've got to that. So that's obviously gets them into a spin. So no wonder they just want to run away and disappear, because they're overwhelmed, they don't know what to do. But it's also because they are not reaching out, they're not asking the questions. You see that with so many people, so many opportunities. Like, there are a lot of people that are jumping in. Some of them actually, like, there are people that first of all like buy stuff and don't even touch those things. Like, they're literally like addicted to buy like more and more and more programs and products and all that. And they are not going and implementing those. But the bigger problem is that those that are starting to take programs on, it doesn't last, because they are trying to figure it out all themselves. And they also think like they are by themselves. Like, occasionally they will ask someone at the very start when they're, really pumped and in action, but then something will die down, or they will get a few no's, and then they will disappear. And then they will also try to handle their mindset by themselves. They're thinking like, what is that I can do better, but they're basically just trying to go solo. So it's so important to tune back and go back to your community. Like, if you are stuck, go back to your community, go back to your coach, go back to your mentor. Hey Matt, am I pronouncing your name right, or is it Gilbert? Thanks for tuning in, mate. Yeah. Hey Joanne. So it's so important to go back to your community and like speak to your mentor, and do that consistently, not just when things are going well and when you are on a roll. And like, I can't stress that enough. Like, so just a recap so far: not focusing on the value was the big first one, then not being consistent, that was the second one, and trying to do all by themselves. We are talking about the 5 lessons that all entrepreneurs pretty much learn in business too late, right? Like, and the good news, it's possible to change that. Like, too late as in, like, I failed online for 8 years. That's what I mean. Like, some people will struggle for months or for years. And those are the reasons why that happens. Let me switch that off. More people. I actually just got a message from from Fraser Brooks. How cool is that? Nice. Yeah, if you guys know him, the big network marketer. But I'll check that out later. I can't check it out now, because if I do that now, I'll have to switch off the live, or I'll lose the plot. So yeah, also other mistake I see a lot of people doing, they are leading with the company name. So okay, so for example, in affiliate marketing, obviously it's very easy to lead with the company or the opportunity. In network marketing, it's even a bigger mistake. When you are leading with the company name, you are revealing everything, and people can go and Google the company. So they won't have an incentive to join you, because whether you are saying that on your profile directly, or hey Manny, whether you're saying that on your profile directly, mistake, or you are saying it first thing when you go on a conversation with someone, another mistake. The last thing you want to do is to give the name of the company. So it's only after you've actually qualified the people, only after you ask them the right question, in which case it might not even be for them, and then there's no point telling them in which company you are. So always lead with the value that you can provide people. Hey Wayne, always lead with the value that you can provide people, and that company can provide people, and the change it can manifest in someone else's life, as opposed to the actual company or opportunity name, right? So if your product or company can generate people potential amount of income, or can give them a more, a beautiful skin, or reduce their wrinkles, or whatever that is, right? So you don't want to, you want to lead with the, what it can do for other people, and find out before that. I want to actually rephrase that. Before you're actually leading with that, find out what they want, because it's very important that you find out what they want, and then you can address their pain points, because there will be a lot of opportunities that can address a lot of things. And if you start giving them a long grocery list of, oh, my product, my system can do this and that and that, they will be whoa, that's a lot of information, and you might end up just giving them, dishing out the not relevant information. Maybe your product or opportunity has 10 benefits, and they're interested in number 11, which you never know. So you want to find out, never lead with a company, and never just sort of flood someone's inbox or in a conversation, unless you actually know what they are looking for and what their pain points are. Now, so those were four. The fifth one is, and that's a big one, not working on their mindset, or working just on their mindset. So I speak a lot about why entrepreneurs fail, why people fail. Hey Edith, why... just checking the comments, guys. I speak a lot about why people fail, and I can't stress how important mindset is. But also, if someone is just concentrating just on the mindset and they are not taking action, so if someone is just concentrating on, there are so many awesome trainers, Tony Robbins, Bob Proctor, Zig Ziglar, endless, Steve Eker, more bespoke people, Grant Cardone, Ty Lopez, etc., and other small ones that are also awesome. But if you're concentrating on just consuming the content and learning the content without actually doing and implementing what's being said, then you are also not going to get the results. Because imagine you were walking, say I'm on a chair, that's why I'm moving like that. Say I'm here, and that's point A, and now I want to move to point B. What will happen if I just concentrate on mindset is, say I was in A, I will be like that. I will be basically spinning around. Bad example with that chair, because I cannot really move very far. But you get what I mean? I'll be spinning around, not really going anywhere. I'll be going, it will seem like I'm going forward, initially, because I'll be like that, but then I will go backwards, because if you are concentrating just on the learning, whether that's mindset or learning a sort of skill, but just on that, without implementation, then you will end up spinning like endlessly, like in a circle. Hey Sharon, so, and at the same time, if you are just concentrating on the doing, thank you. If you're just concentrating on the doing, then you'll be the same. You know, you'll do, you'll be like, ooh, like, right. You know, like you are going to have a feeling that you're moving forward, but no, here, that's moving forward. Like you are concentrating on your mindset, you're concentrating on the action, mindset, action, you get closer to the camera, closer to the goal. Yeah, so that's what works. Unless you're doing both hand in hand, you will fail. And actually, we've all done that, and we've all struggled at some point. And you know, still people that are doing that, and they don't realize it. They're sabotaging themselves. So I think that's the biggest one. So the best advice I can give, if it's about an advice, is whenever you are learning something, stop and start and implement, and then resume later, continue later. If you are watching like a training, and you know, some of them give you, the good people that are doing it usually give you like give you instructions to take action right there and then. If you are familiar with all the, you know, Fraser Brooks's Blitz sessions and other entrepreneurs that their lives are interactive and people are actually taking action, like, you know, posting something right there and then on the live and stuff like that. So why are they doing that? Because they know that will get people into action and people will start, like, you know, building the muscle, right? So you know, it's so important. But say you are in a live and the live doesn't do that, that's fine. It's not like it's there's nothing wrong with that person and there's nothing wrong with that live. But it's on you to like okay, if it's a live, you can take note, of course, and then get back to it later. And when you get back to it, you know, stop and start and implement. And, you know, you've heard something you haven't heard before, stop, make notes, and then continue. You've got to, that's the only way to absorb the information. Otherwise, you'll become like an information junkie. You keep just basically cycling through more and more and more information, basically spinning like this. Yeah, you will not go anywhere. So I just wanted to recap. Thank you guys so much for going on this. Edith, I don't know if you are here still. That would be awesome. One of the ladies that on this live, Edith, she's an awesome Hungarian lady with a really, really inspirational story. I'm actually getting her on my group on a Facebook Live on July 1st. I'm just going to announce it. It's going to be 9:45 p.m. UK time. Yeah, 9:45 p.m. UK time on Wednesday, July 1st. Me and her spoke a long time. I was gobsmacked what a story she's got, like, and she's a very tuned into mindset and manifestation, and that the real kind of like your word create the world. So be very careful how you, like, you know, in a good way, right? Because you can create like magic and you can also create chaos. So in this live that I'm going to do with Edith on July 1st, 9:45 p.m. UK time, she's going to share how she was able to manifest various things, including sometimes negative things, because we are so powerful we don't even realize. Sometimes she was so powerful it actually worked against her. But the thing is, she's not special. You and I have the same power. So how we think and how we speak has everything to do with, you know, so I say the other way around, our success and how we are, you know, how fulfilled we are. These have everything to do with how we think and speak, and how also we relate to our own thoughts. So I'm really looking forward to that live. If you want the link, guys, let me know, and unless you're already in my group, which is awesome. And yeah, this is just for me. You know, I've got no idea how long I was on, to be honest. The 5 lessons every entrepreneur learns in business too late. Thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you in the next live.